What's going on, guys? Gonna be playing some Pokemon TCG Live today with my Erika's Vileplume EX deck. I was really excited to use this card and the Erika's archetype just because I love the trainer's archetypes, and I actually have a really old Erika's, or a couple old Erika's cards. I believe these are the only ones I have. I don't know, maybe my sister has some of the other ones. I don't know if we got a structure deck or if we just got them in packs. I'm guessing we got them in packs, and these are what's left of them. But as a kid growing up, I had random trainers cards, and I didn't have the full set of any of them, so I was never able. Well, I also didn't know that they had to evolve from the Erika's basic guys all the way up into the Erika's Venusaur or whatever it is. So I would, mix and match them. But if you don't know, they have to evolve from, Erika's Oddish and Erika's Gloom into Erika's Vileplume. And, having access to all the cards on TCG Live, and that there's new trainers cards and a new Erika's cards, it sounded fun to try it out. So if you haven't seen Erika's Vileplume yet, it has the ability Lovely Fragrance. Once during your turn, you may use this ability, heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. Very strong healing attack, or healing ability. I don't know if it's the strongest. Let's see, Altaria. That one's never seen a whole lot of play because it's a little bit lackluster. Once during your turn, you may heal 20 from each of your Pokemon. Okay, so it's literally that, but less. Isn't there one that heals between turns? Is it a Garganical? Is it this guy? During Pokemon checkup, heal 20 damage from each of your Pokemon. Okay, so this guy's actually probably the strongest healing guy because it could heal 20 going into your opponent's turn and then 20 going back into yours. But for an EX, this might be the strongest. There might be another one. I think there's like an Alchemy, a Doxbun that heals you to full. And of course, stuff may be rotating or whatever. But this guy is new, and it heals for a good amount. And of course, you can stack these. We're only playing 3 Vileplumes in the deck, but you can have 3 Vileplumes out and then heal 90 damage from your entire board on your turn, which is very strong still, don't get me wrong, but I just didn't want to say it was the strongest. And then its attack, Bloom Powder, it does 160 damage for 2 grass and a colorless, and it says your opponent's active Pokemon is now asleep and poisoned. Pretty strong secondary effects. If you get a Tails flip, if your opponent flips Tails with the asleep, you're doing basically 180 damage if they can't move their guy, and then you're doing another 170, so totaling at 350 going back into your opponent's turn. That's like 2-hit KOing or being able to knock out almost anything. This thing hits surprisingly hard. And I wanted to use the Erika's Vileplume mainly. There is also the Victory Bell, and I wasn't sure if Erika had a Victory Bell for some reason. I couldn't remember, but she did in fact have a Victory Bell, at least in the video game, which is what I'm most familiar with. But the Victory Bell is the Vileplume is always what stood out to me, so I was most excited to use the Vileplume. And what's awkward about the Vileplume is that it requires 3 energies, and it's cool that you can heal and all, but if you can't actually attack with this, I mean, play the Victory Bell, right? Like, the Victory Bell is a single prizer. You can use its attack for 2 energies, which is a lot more manageable. So after testing it with a couple different partners, I decided to pair it with Meganium. I just think it's too good, and it's much easier to be able to attack back to back with the Vileplumes with the Meganium, and be able to retreat because you get free retreat, or not free retreat, but you can retreat, these 2 energy guys with just a single grass energy, including the Vileplume itself. And then you just have 1 energy on a bunch of Vileplume and 2 on the one you're attacking with. Meganium's ability, Wild Growth, each basic grass energy attached to all of your Pokemon provides 2 grass energy. This doesn't stack, but, well, I guess it would be kind of cool if it stacked, but it doesn't stack. So you still need to have the 2 grass. You can't just get out 2 Meganiums and have 1 grass. But yeah, that's what we'll be trying out. I'll put the full deck list up on the screen so you can see it real quick. We'll go over it. I've tested a little bit. I definitely could be tested more, but then we'll hop into the games. There's a million ways I think you can play it. I was trying it with Crustle and Blissey. Those sounded interesting. Crustle is a secondary attacker, and Blissey to move energies around, kind of like Venusaur could, without having to have a stage 2, another stage 2. But the energy acceleration seemed to be a problem still. As you can see, there is a Counter Gain in here, and I think Counter Gain is kind of sneaky good because with Meganium, you put the grass. Counter Gain gives you that 3rd energy, so you could power up a Vileplume without having anything if you're behind with the Counter Gain. There's also the Turbo Energize, which I think is worth considering. I was using that in both the Blissey and the Crustle version. I just didn't really like the partners I was using. And then I was using Meganium, and I just kind of liked it more. But yeah, let's go over the numbers, and then we'll hop into the game. So going from left to right, of course, we have a Budew in here. I don't know. It's Budew. We only have 1. It's here, so we can go first, or I'm sorry, go second, and on our first turn, item lock them. We don't have to attach an energy to it, and it has free retreat. And when we get knocked out, then we go behind and we have the Counter Gain live. Maybe you should have 2. Obviously, we're not going to attack with anything else on our first turn. We're not going to be able to evolve on our first turn. This doesn't work until our second turn. So, I mean, Budew makes a lot of sense. Maybe you should just put a second one in here, but we just have the 1. Space is kind of tight, but maybe that's just me because I'm not sure what to prioritize, what we need more or less of. Then we have a 2/2/2 Chikorita Bayleef Meganium line. This Bayleef has more HP. That's the only reason I have this one. And then this one, it does 20 for a single grass. There's a new Chikorita as well. And then of course, this guy has the ability. Then we have the 4/3/3 Vileplume Oddish Gloom line. This guy does 30, and it's not even on a coin flip. So this guy can just destroy Budews. It does 10 to itself, but still not too bad. And then the Gloom, also not too bad. We can use this attack with Meganium in play for just a grass energy, and we do 50 and we poison. So basically 60 on a single prizer. It's, I don't know, not too bad. And they're poisoned, you know? And then we have the Vileplume, of course. I really like that this guy has 2 retreat. I was running air balloons in here at first, but with the space being an issue and realizing that we could just retreat it for the 1 energy, I cut the air balloons. But having air balloons in here sounds really cool to pivot between Vileplumes and not have to lose energy. But energy and powering up everything and the space, like, ended up cutting the air balloons. But I think that could be cool. Then we have the Erika's Tangela, which is kind of my favorite card because it's, you know, a support Pokemon with the ability that lets you, you know, search out your entire deck or the Erika's cards and helps the deck like function. Once during your turn, may use this ability, search your deck for an Erika's Pokemon, reveal it and put it into your hand. So with Tangela in play, we can just search for an Oddish, Gloom, or Vileplume every turn. Now we only have 1 because it doesn't search for any of these guys, and also with bench space, you know, maybe you want like 2 Vileplumes down or 2 getting set up. Same with the Meganiums. Maybe you want Fez, maybe Buddy's still down. I mean, that's 5 spots right there if we have 1 Tangela down. I think you could, and I did have a second Tangela, but I ended up cutting it again because of space. But the idea is we don't have to play any Ultra Balls in the deck, which I'm pretty excited about. You can just play Nest Ball, which again is going to rotate, but I think it is at least. But you can Nest Ball for your Tangela, and Tangela gets you your Vileplume EX. Of course, it doesn't search your Meganiums, but we have Bug Catching Set. We also have Dawn. I don't know, maybe it'd still be worth it. I was mainly concerned about getting out the Vileplume and not having to play. Oh, I think I actually kind of mind blanked on that. Pokepad I did have in here as well. And I was thinking Pokepad could search for everything besides the Vileplume. So if we can get the Tangela, then we can find the Vileplume. I don't know, maybe we should have a Pokepad in here. But it's kind of cool that Tangela can find you this. And if you were to play Pokepad, you'd be able to find everything that way. Then we have the 1 Psyduck and the 1 Fez. Psyduck just so we can have some protection from the guys that explode, the ghost boys. And then we have the Fez for some draw since we don't have any draw on the board otherwise. Then for the trainers, we have, again, I'm not sure on the numbers. I didn't really want to play Ultra Balls, so we just have 4 Poffin, 4 Bug Catching Set, and then 2 Nest Ball. Nest Ball also finds Fez, which is why I preferred that to the Ultra Ball, but maybe we should have Ultra Ball because then you'd be able to find the Meganium. Who knows? We're just going to stick with it for now. And then we have the 2 Night Stretcher, 1 Super Rod, and then the 4 Stadiums because just finding this thing early and being able to evolve and get your guys like out of your hand on your board, you know, we have no way to find this thing. So then we have 11 supporters, and honestly, if you could play more, I would. We have Arven as a one of, but the other ones are pretty much the ones that every grass deck plays. You play 4 Lillie, 4 Iono, 2 Dawn, 2 Boss. I was looking at a lot of them, and I played a couple myself before, and these always feel really good. So then we have the 1 Arven because we have a couple tools. They could also find like our Bug Catching Set or recovery card. So Arven seemed all right. Of course, it is going to rotate, but then we have the Counter Gain, gives us an energy on a dude when we're behind. And then Hero's Cape makes our Vileplume tankier, which seems pretty good. There's the other grass energy that's not out yet, the special grass, but that's a little awkward. I think it could be at least with the Meganium because Meganium only makes basic grass attached to your Pokemon, provide the double grass. And that'd be a special grass. So I don't know, maybe play less of it and more basic grass, then you'd have another way to get more HP. But the Hero's Cape, just being able to slap it on your guy, get 100 HP, and we don't really need other tools on it, so it seems pretty good and makes it harder to knock out the Vileplume and actually get value out of the healing. And then we have 8 grass. I had 7, didn't feel like enough, and 8 felt better. You don't really need a ton, and we're not like ogre pawning, you know, we're not spamming them in any other way, we're just manually attaching. So that's the deck. Hopefully it can flow all right. and Erika's Vileplume can do some cool stuff. Let's hop in the games. All right, hopping in this first one here. Classic, I almost forgot to hit the record button again. Not that it's too big of a deal if I miss the coin flip, but I like to remember to hit record. Yeah, I've been testing it and it's felt all right. It's a pile. It feels like it. Wow. And yeah, we have no supporters and 3 grass energies. We only play 8 of them. Like, feels like a pile. But when you're able to like get the Tangela out and get a couple of guys set up and have like a supporter in your hand, it doesn't feel too bad. But we don't have a draw engine. Tangela is nice, but man, the energy's a little awkward, so we need the Meganiums, you know. And we're up against this deck, so well, this doesn't look good. I think we're just gonna lose, unless they don't play anything. Even if they don't play anything, we still might be in trouble, but hopefully they don't play anything. All right, and they don't have an Ethan's card in their hand, so we're gonna hopefully find a Budew and this guy. Sure. What else is in our hand? We have an Oddish, Meganium, and our Tangela's in here. I mean, we have stuff. It's just if we don't slow them down, we're just gonna lose pretty much, because they also hit us for weakness and they're a single prizer. If we could kill them, that would be kind of cool, but we can't yet. I don't know what some other supporters you'd want to put. Obviously, like if when Arven rotates, oh yeah, I was thinking research would also just be okay, because you know, you just play your hand down with the stadium in play. You don't have a whole lot of other things in the deck. Maybe you'd want to consider playing the Max Rod then, or I don't know if it really synergizes with that. Okay, that's a good sign. That I don't think, unless they have a Cyndaquil in their hand or a, I mean, they just played that instead of Kolava. Fantastic. If we can draw a supporter. Oh shit, we're dead though. All right. If we can draw, this guy will do 50. It's Gloom that can kill them. If we get a supporter that lets us get this thing, damn it. And we can't even hit with it. I mean, we can hit for 30. Yeah, maybe we should have another Budew. Grab that. Grab that, I think. We can 2-hit KO this with this, and I mean, but they drew a Poffin, so I could evolve and we could live for a turn. But they also have TM Evo, so it's not like this will be the only Kolava. I don't even know if we kill the Kolava. The Tangela does paralyze on a coin flip. It's possible we could somewhat sweep with Tangela. I guess I need another energy now. So that's something. I'll play it out for a little bit longer. I don't know, maybe we should just forfeit like immediately, but sounded not as fun and kind of discouraging for our first game. I've not run into any other fire decks though. I don't know how popular they are. I haven't been playing the most. I've actually run into a decent amount of other grass. Garchomp, Cynthia's Garchomp. I don't know how popular that is. I've seen that in Lucario. Dragapult, of course, which is why we have the Psyduck in here. You could also put Shaman in here. It is like searchable off of the Bug Catching Set as a grass guy, but I haven't seen a whole lot of the Wellspring Ogerpon. I don't know if there's other guys you need to bench protect from. Oh, and the Mist Energy. I did have those in here at first as well. All right, I think we do scoop this up. I mean, they're just gonna get everything. Yeah, I think we're just gonna scoop it up. All right, here we go. I don't remember what the last person's name was, but I did not wait very long to find a battle, so hopefully we didn't hit them again. Gardevoir coin. I haven't seen Gardevoir in a while, but I haven't really missed playing against it, so it'd be cool if it wasn't Gardevoir still. It'd be cool with me. Is Gardevoir gonna be completely demolished after rotation? Because Gardevoir rotates. I mean, that's the most important card, right? Drifloon rotates too. And then we go second, so we can play items, and we can potentially item lock them. And let's see, supporter. Let's go! Not a bad hand. And we just start with the Budew. Fantastic. All right, Dragapult maybe, or big basic decks. The bug catching sets are a little awkward like in this situation, because like, do we play it? Because we can't evolve everything. But I mean, it seems all right. Like maybe we do play them. Hope we get what we need. Then we have the forest and we can do everything in Lillie. Let's play one. All right, Gloom grass. I mean, that's Vileplume. It's definitely Dragapult, I think. Oh, and a Tangela? Nice. All right, just no Meganium, but we'll slow them down a little bit. No Chikorita. We at least have them in the deck. We prized hey, look, well, I guess we're prize checking today. We prized an Oddish. We prized a Vileplume. And yeah, average deck checking. I'm tired of it. Let's be done. And I don't know how many stadiums they play, so no, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll slow them down enough that it'll be fine to not have the Chikorita down right away. And I did kind of forget we do need the whole, Nest Ball. While it gets us the Tangela nice and easy for, hey, awesome, we're gonna bump that. And it is a Kangaskhan Absol box, probably. Interesting. All right. Well, no Psychic, and we're not gonna do enough damage for them to kill us. So let's do that. Let's do that. Let's grab another guy just to get it out of the deck. Because I want to see the Bayleefs. I want to see the Chikorita line. We put the grass right away on this thing, just in case, then we can attack. For sure next turn. And hopefully we find it. Nice. Oh wait, technically if we found everything, we could have attacked right now. I think we get both down. Let's see, we have Arven in hand. Is our cape in here? Our cape's in here. I think this is fine, just to be a little bit protected from it getting KO'd. And then next turn we Arven for the cape and the bug catching set. I don't know what our odds are of finding it off the top, the Bayleef, but then we can evolve it up into the Meganium. We can get our second Vileplume out, get an energy on it, and then we can attack with the Vileplume. All right, well, let's see what we get. Honestly, we're closer to Bayleef now. I wonder if we just find it off of Iono. Although we still need the other guy. It'd just be nice to not put 3 grass energies on this thing. I don't know if they play tool removal. They can just pick this thing up, can't they? I think I would rather Lillie than Iono them. So I'm just gonna grab this now. And we'll Lillie. Maybe we find what we need. Nope. But we have it next turn with Dawn. And honestly, just another turn of item lock seems totally fine. Instead of attaching the third energy there. As long as we don't get Iono'd, we have Dawn and we have the Meganium then. This is perfect. Fuck. All right, now we need the stadium. I'm surprised they've only... another Iono. I'm surprised they haven't gotten other energies or... Have we seen their searching cards? All right, that's good. No, they... Oh yeah, they haven't played any because I Buddewed them. Like a complete jerk. All right, and yeah, now they're gonna kill us. We can Nest Ball for Fez. Oh wait. Just kidding. They could have done that before they bumped the stadium. I wonder if they're gonna forfeit. That would be something I would get upset about. All right. Well, either way, it's good for them to not have the damage on them. So, just put the grass there and item lock one more time. The damage won't make a difference, and then they're gonna start doing that thing anyways. I kind of don't like our Budew being on the board, and honestly, maybe it was a mistake to put down 2 Chikoritas. Do we want to thin, like, for a Bayleef or anything? No. I guess we'll put more of these into our hands. Let's do that. And we have 1 boss. Okay. Okay. We'll item lock one more time and then we'll attack with the heroic cape Vileplume. And I guess our sleep doesn't do anything. But that's only if they actually have other darks on the board. Right now they don't, and Petrunk can't move itself, right? Oh, they have that. Okay. Let's see if they go in with it. All right. They're going after this. This is kind of funny because they're not going to get anywhere. And they just retreated anyways. They didn't, what's it called? Poison themselves to get extra damage. So do I just... Arven... We'll give them Counter Catcher. But if we evolve and get a grass energy, we can move this. So I think let's try and do that. We'll grab the Counter Gain. We have no grass energies down. I just grab another Bug Catching Set. And see if we can find a grass energy. And Bayleef. We need both of those. because we can't move. Sure. All right. And I can hit him for 20. Are we just going for deck out right now? No, I'm gonna be able to evolve this thing, so I think I do just put a grass energy on it. Yeah. We'll be able to knock them out once we get Meganium. Once we get to the Meganium. Hopefully they just kill that Budew at some point for us, then we can get a second Gloom, second or third Vileplume. All right, Kangaskhan. All right, he's a thick Kangaskhan. I'm worried we're gonna lose to deck out now, but I think they're just responding. They're just slowing us down in their way of doing it. So, all right, let's find that Bayleef. All right. Lillie seems better. I know we're gonna see less cards, but or should I just not even worry about it? Does it make sense to try and dig for it? How many supporters are we down? We haven't played any Ionos. All right, I think we can play an Iono. This is our best chance of finding it since we see the 6 new cards, I think. All right, we have it in our hands with the Dawn. And I think we can just shuffle the deck because we just put some supporters to the bottom. And then I think we feel free to bump their stadium. They played the first stadium anyways. And yeah, we'll hit them for 20. I don't know if I should be doing that or not, but I think it's fine. All right, Mist Energy. That's not great. Okay. So that means we're stuck at doing 160, or basically 100. All right. Okay. Well, I think let's do this now. And we'll grab that. And they both have 2 retreats, so I think it's fine to just evolve it all the way up. And we can retreat into the Vileplume with the cape and hit them. Or should I just go retreat into Budew and force them to KO Budew? So then we can set up a third Oddish. I think I would rather do that. Although our Vileplume is priced anyways, I think it's okay. And I don't think we need to play the Night Stretcher to get this out of our discard yet or nothing. I guess this does let them get the first hit on our Vileplume. So maybe I shouldn't have done it like this. Looks like I shouldn't have. And I think they wouldn't, if they, I think they wouldn't have sniped the Budew until they got game with it too. So it just would have been stuck on the board unless I promoted it like that. So, okay. Do we just attach now? I think so. And I think we'll just play the Night Stretcher. And we can 2-hit KO them this way and heal off all the damage. I don't think... Yeah, I don't think they're protected from a 2-hit KO. We do 80 times 2. Yeah. Yeah, just wait. All right, they're just gonna kill us with the Kangaskhan. Or not. Maybe they'll just go back into Yveltal. All right, back into the Yveltal. Cool. All right, now we Iono. Try and find a grass energy. All right. Heal and just attack. We could shuffle the deck, but I think it's fine, and her hand's fine. Oh! Did we do more damage than we were supposed to there? What just happened? We did 140. No, okay, that was right. For some reason, I was thinking they would live. Oh, it's because of the poison. Okay, okay. All right, there's the trolley. What's the play? Do we just go after their monkey dories? Doesn't seem like a bad idea. Uh-oh. Well, it's gonna come down to Gloom, it looks like. Or we just hit and then hit into this thing. And see if they, yeah, see if they give us a hit on this, I guess. We just don't even 2-KO them. And once this thing gets a mist energy, we don't even have secondary effects and the monkey dories. So can we not even win? I'm pretty sure we must have no chance to win. For some reason, I forgot about this guy. So this is also a terrible matchup. We could kill a monkey dory. We have no secondary effects to put on this. We could chase this, trying to get 2 prizes off of it. If we are this, I mean. I think that's what we do. I think we go after this and we try and get heads. If we do, then we get 2 prizes. We need to get prizes. All right, well, they got the heads. It's not exactly what we were wanting there. I guess our Gloom hits this for weakness, but they kill us every time. So, I'm sorry. I think we just gotta scoop it up. That is not a fun deck to run into when you're playing fun decks. I mean, Monkey Dory is just horrible. I mean, unless you're playing a fighting deck, but they could just not play Kangaskhan down, and because don't they play Absols? That guy's weak to grass in this, so I don't know. All right, well, we opened the raw Budew again. I honestly have no idea if there was any way to win that. I just wish I realized it sooner. I was thinking deck out for us. If we actually went for the deck out versus them, like their board was double Monkey Dory, Yveltal, Pecharunt, Latias, and then they had the Kangaskhan. Like but the thing is they play pennies too, so they could fix their board if they benched bad stuff. But they really weren't even able to kill the Budew with just the Yveltal and the Monkey Dories, because, well, if they just didn't move the damage, they would have been able to. Or I guess if I didn't attack, they wouldn't have had the damage. But they would have been able to penny and rearrange their board to get the Kangaskhan down if they didn't have room for it. And then the Kangaskhan can kill Budew. And then if I just have Vileplumes and I'm hitting into the Kangaskhan, they're moving over 60 of my 160 damage. And with the Mist, they're protected from asleepness, being asleep. I don't think there was anything. Well, let's see what we're up against. Maybe they're AFK. Sometimes I am God damn it. What are we? I hate, dude. Please don't just be Kangaskhan bullshit. We can't do anything. If they have the miss, maybe if they don't have the miss, we can do something. Just have to strictly play fighting decks to be able to handle the tanking Kangaskhan decks. All right. Fuck yeah. All right, here we go. This time for sure, dude. Let's see what we are up against. It's kind of a cool coin. Didn't they give that out recently? What is this orange guy? What is this little orange guy right there? Huh. Well, we have to go second again. And let's see, I don't know. I don't want to say it, but I would be fine with playing it in this situation. We mulligans. All right. Maybe we could find a Buddy. Come on, let's see it. What do you got? Okay. Could be Dragapult, and that's what I was saying. I was saying it'd be all right this time. I actually have Psyduck too. There it is. All right. You're gonna be able to move this because of Latias, but we can get a Budew going with this in the active and no Latias down. Yep, we're putting down Psyduck. What is that? I hate Monkey Dory, man. It didn't sound that broken when it first came out. Didn't sound like it would be the most annoying card. Oh, nice. We got a grass. I mean, I'm gonna just add this. If for some reason we decide not to a Lillie, but I think we're gonna Lillie. Budew. All right, no Budew, but that's good. And that, toss that. Wait, they're bench locked too. Huh. And I think we do play this. Lillie, then we'll Tangela afterwards. And no Budew yet. Grab a Gloom? We can grab another Oddish, but I should see how many Vileplumes, how many Glooms. I guess we could go 3-3-3 and just go one Bayleef. One Meganium, I mean. But I think I just boss and KO it. So I only have room for one more thing. Yeah. All right. Chikorita would be cool too. All right. And well, next turn we have the Dawn into that. I think let's just do that. We're not dead. That's good. Hopefully they don't Iono, but all right, we have another forest. No Iono yet. Come on. Why would you? Maybe they didn't have it. I don't know. I don't know what's the right order. I would think you Iono afterwards though, or before you do that. All right. Well, we have Dawn. We have Nest Ball. I don't think I checked for Budew, to be honest, though. Okay. All right, that's still pretty good. Yeah, let's see what we got. Gloom. And Budew is in there. All right, we're gonna Budew. And yeah, let's do that. Tangela is a little annoying, and of course the Budew is a little annoying, just being on our board. I think we just grab the grass back, put it on that one, and it's gonna be a few turns before we can go Vileplume, but if we get Iono'd again, our hand's pretty good. All right, no Iono. This guy's not moving, right? Oh wait, they can just kill our Budew now. Well, hey, we slowed him down for a turn, I guess. All right, you got this. We're going to turn it into a Gloom or a Vileplume anyways. If we top deck our stadium, if we top deck a supporter, top deck a Nest Ball. If I didn't grit the grass, we can top deck Counter Gain also. No, we need a stadium. And I played 2, right? No, I've only played 1. Okay. Come on, give us something. Oh, yeah. I don't, maybe I should have saved that in case you draw another Bug Catching Set. And I think we are committing to this. We're going triple Vileplume. Single Meganium, hopefully. Oh, what a draw, but we didn't draw. An energy. I still think it's fine to bump this. And yeah. We just have 3 support guys in our bench, so I'd rather have the Vileplumes for the more healing. If we have 3 Vileplumes, healing for, you know, half of the damage they do is pretty good. Okay. God damn it. At least we'll be able to evolve an Oddish. Hero's Cape. I think we play it, and then we'll Lillie, trying to find the energies. And we'll do this now to have a better chance to find the energies. Energies? All right, we on energy. Got another Vileplume. They can literally just counter gain, or not counter gain, counter catcher KO our Meganium. But we're actually not even knocking them out, so. I don't think that really matters. I'm just thinking, I think we're gonna have to put some timestamps in, because when the games get this long, or the video gets this long, it's hard for me to think. I don't know. When I play Showdown for over an hour, I'm like, oh, I don't like the timestamps because they kind of spoil matchups and how the games turn out sometimes. They've evolved all the. I mean, their board isn't very good. They don't have the Dracloaks anymore, and this guy's here, Budew's here. This guy can't do his thing. I mean, the Monkey Dory's annoying in Double Dragapult, but they basically have 3 useless guys, no draw. All right, Fez is going to the bottom of the deck. They could have used that next turn. And we're down 2 stadiums now. No way they play like 4 jamming towers, so then we bump it. Nice, that's kind of nice. Because if they go after our Meganium, well, I guess we'll be tied. So we'll need a grass on the active, but I don't think there's any way for them to KO this guy, which means our Vileplume is protected in the active. I think we still should just play this though. Probably. And then yeah, just knock him out. We could boss this, but we're gonna have to 2-hit KO it anyways. And I mean, we're gonna do prizes right here. But yeah, I don't know, timestamps or no timestamps. I see videos both ways. It's really not a difference of a matter of does it take time to put them, because when I put all the videos, all right, there's Counter Catcher. See Meganium, when I put all the videos in the video editor, you can see it where they all line up. So the timestamps are pretty easy with that, but all right, we'll heal the Psyduck and start preparing our next Chikorita. I guess they can bump, or between Monkey Dory and the Dragapult, I guess they can actually just kill the Psyduck next turn. We could Gust KO the Monkey Dory. Could have put the cape on the Psyduck. That would have been funny. I think an Iono seems okay. So, oh, and we prized our other Oddish. Oops. Well, we have no recovery also other than a Super Rod that is prized. But I think everything else is in the deck, right? The whole Bayleef Meganium, yeah. Okay. All right, so we'll put this on him. I think we hold the Counter Gain just in case we need it on somebody else. And I think we do Iono. All right, Night Stretcher. So next turn we can get Meganium out again. Which would be a big help. They have to retreat this dude. All right. They woke up. They can pop the Ghost next turn. And they don't have, well, they just need any energy. So, well, any energy beside Luminous, but I guess they already have 3 on the board, so it probably won't be too hard. Okay, whoa. Iono and Lillie just got discarded for Latias. Why didn't they? I don't know. Is that worth it? Well, they have that, but they have to lose energy on this. And if we get Meganium back out, we kind of have things ready to chain attacks, I think. I don't even know if they're ever going to kill this active Vileplume, to be honest. They die going back into their turn due to poison. And we can even just Night Stretcher the Psyduck if we want. Maybe that's what we do. Screw the Chikorita, maybe. Yeah, because if I don't get Psyduck, the active does die, right? And if I get the Psyduck, they can't kill it. It'll take another turn. So I think it's fine to get the Psyduck. And I think we put the grass on this. if we happen to get the Super Rod, which we have an okay chance to get, right? Then we can go Super Rod Dawn. Does it make a difference to put the grass on this or this? I think it's fine to just put it on it. I don't even think we need to place a border. Maybe I'll just add this. I feel like the deck's maybe been shuffled since. We'll just add the Oddish in case we get Iono'd. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay, we're flipping for the sleep. They didn't get it this time. Let's see a Super Rod. All right. Hey, there's Chikorita. We're good. All right, that doesn't work because we knocked him out with poison. I think this is really good for us. And I think we have both of our bosses still. If it comes down to something like that. Hilda, this is their last Dragapult. Or the only Dragapult on the board. Seems like Vileplume is going to be the tanky one. The tanky one we thought it could be. I guess also what? Stadium Bump would have killed us here. So it was good we powered up the other Vileplume still. All right. I mean, I think this makes sense. And we could retreat into this. All right. Could they win like with something crazy? Monkey Dory can, oh wait, shoot. They can't, they're close to winning. What do they need? They just need to knock out and KO the Psyduck. So if I hit them, they have that. Huh, maybe it was a mistake putting down the Psyduck. So I guess I do need to retreat, so then they can't knock out the active, but they could have Counter Catcher too. All right, I think that's what we do. I don't think we guarantee lose. If they have a Counter Catcher, we still lose. Dang it. For a turn there, I felt like it was pretty cool. But I think they just win with Counter Catcher. They've only played one. Well, and of course, if they flip the heads, which they did. If they didn't flip the heads, we win. I think they flipped heads both times, which I don't even pay much attention to it because I don't expect it to happen. But I mean, when it does happen, it's amazing, right? If we're expecting it to happen, it feels like it's a cheese deck. If we're not expecting it to happen, and it sometimes does, it's like, great. Yeah, I think they literally just need Counter Catcher or boss. They've only played 2 Gust. They've only played 1 Gust. They definitely have it. It was a good one. If we had quad Vileplume, we could have healed. Okay, they don't have it because they're playing Ultra Ball. So we win. Unless they're seeing maybe what they're on, I don't know. Yeah, I was thinking about the ghost being a problem, but I guess if they popped the ghost, we would be down to 1 prize. I don't know. I think either way we were in a tough spot, whether that was the ghost or what, whatever. All right. Let's see a boss. Hey. Is it better to Iono them? Well, this guy's out of range now. And is it out of range of Jamming Tower? No, it's not. So if I KO the active, they need Gust and Jamming Tower to win. If I chase the guy on the bench, should I just KO the Monkey Dory actually? I think maybe I Iono and just KO the active. I guess I am giving them Fez, but we did have our other boss. I knew that. And 50-50 chance to get our Super Rod. I think we're fine to attach this. Though I don't know if it really matters, so let's just hold it. And yeah, and then we just kill this. I don't think we need to shuffle the deck. I think we can just kill him. I don't know. Maybe this was a bad idea, because if they had this stadium, they would have played it already. So that I just put them closer to the stadium. I could have just bossed the Dragapult and okay, well, that doesn't win them the game. And we win because we have a boss on their Dusknoir, unless they have another Iono. Which they could have. I don't know. It feels like we were Iono'd a lot. Yeah, they have one more. So they can KO, I guess not Psyduck. I don't know. We have energy to retreat and then son of a bitch. All right, there's the last Iono. Let's see an energy, baby. All right, it's not energy. Okay. I guess it doesn't make sense to kill the Psyduck because it really doesn't matter anymore. But they win 100% if we don't have anything. Well, actually, no, we can just flip heads if we get an energy to attack. So let's just get an energy. As I said, an energy was shuffled to the bottom of the deck, so I think we shuffle it. Oh, and we get to get a card out? There's 3. Freak, yeah. Does it even matter to heal? Because we lose either way because Monkey Dory. I'm just going to heal just in case there's something I'm forgetting. Double Monkey Dory, can that? Yeah, double Monkey Dory could have won them the game, so. We're just going to do all the heals. and they're gonna flip tails. Like I said, it's not like we need it for the deck to work, but when it does happen, you know, 1 every 3 times, which mathematically it should, we'll take it. See, we'll take it. Let's go. That's math. That's not cheese. I just wish I was a little bit faster. All right. Oh wait, I guess double Monkey Dory KOs Oddish. Nah. Yeah, nah. Nope. Fuck. Stay asleep. For 2 turns. Oh man, how many supporters? We intentionally tried to stop playing them. We have two Lilies, 1 Iono, 3. We have 2 grasses left. 5 cards almost. That's like a third. Come on, something, please. All right, come on, something, please. And yep, there's nothing we can do. We can't prevent them from knocking out the Psyduck because of the Monkey Dory and then their Phantom Dive. And there's an Oddish on our bench now. Well, I think that's a good one to call it on. Overall, not the best games, not the most not the best showcase for the Vileplume deck. But I think we did get it to work enough. Like, honestly, in all of the games, like, it kind of worked. Like, it's set up. Meganium was there. I think maybe one Ultra Balls here. Like, I kind of realized as I was going over the deck. But besides for the deck setting up, we just weren't able to get the result. Like, Dragapult just has a million Gus. They can just stall for a turn, and, you know, that basically gives them wins because they can do 260 damage with Monkey Dory, 290 damage wherever they want. That's pretty good. Or 90 damage wherever they want and 200 damage to the active. So yeah. And with with setting up the Vileplume and the Meganium, like, we're having to put so much into that, it's hard to do anything else. But at the same time, like, what else could we do? Even if, like, I don't know, you could play Ogre Pawns with Energy Switch. But at that point, why are we playing the Vileplume? Because you just play that with Meganium and you have a very strong, you know, Meganium makes the Ogre Pawn do 1 million damage. So at the end of the day, though, it was a lot of fun because Erika's Vileplume is really cool. So appreciate you hanging out. I'm not trying to say it's a terrible deck and be super negative about it. I think it's super fun and we could have fun just playing against the most random stuff. But against the top things, probably not going to be the most fun. But, you know, if we got heads a couple times earlier, that could have made a difference. But either way, I appreciate you hanging out. If you're interested in trying out the deck, there'll be a thing to copy and paste in the description. And hope you have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one. Peace.